hive cluster is under attack.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a 3v3 here on Fastest Map Perfected. It's going to be Peter Pan, Team 1, a Protoss player who is yellow. His teammate right next door is going to be a Zerg player. It is Karate Tiger. And finally, rounding it out is Colonel COVID, a pink Protoss player. Team 2 is going to be represented by a Zerg player who is green, named Gonzix. We've also got Galeni, who is a Protoss player who is purple. And finally, we have a crying face emoticon here, a blue Protoss player. I think I'm just going to call him TT. All right, so 400 APM from TT. Next highest is 150 APM from Karate Tiger. Okay, so I think TT is either spamming or he is heavily outclassing everybody else in this 3v3, but that's the good thing about team plays, right? Team matches. If one person is a lot better than everybody else, maybe you can gang up on them and kill them before they get started. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So you can't expand here. Two mineral patches, and you can't put a nexus or a hatchery in there. Okay. Interesting. Fastest map perfected. I kind of feel like that is part of it. Peter Pan, 3-gate opening. Got a spawning pool after a hatchery here from Gonzik. We also have a 2-gate opening here from Colonel COVID. Just defensive here from Galeni. And a 3-gate opening? Yeah, 3-gate opening here from TT. As well as a hatch first into a pool. And then another hatch here from Karate Tiger. All right. So we're going to see a lot of Zealots and a lot of Lings here today in the early game. No Terran or representation. Just a lot of Protoss and a lot of Zerg. Alliances between Zerg and Protoss. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. And just scouting. Here is TT. Okay, so a lot of gateways here. And a lot of Zealots here from Peter Pan. No gas. No gas yet. But there will be gas taken at some point. Gateway, 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 and gateway. So 4-gate opening here from Colonel COVID now. Gateway is coming up here from Galeni. And I kind of feel like you're a little bit vulnerable to a Zealot rush here. Zealots do very, very well against cannons, especially if they can partially or fully surround them. But getting away with it here today is Galeni. Yeah, so this is how fastest map starts, right? Zerg players are kind of a little turtley. They've got Sunkens here. They've got static defense. They're getting macro hatches. I'm going to try to maybe, hatch off his front door here too. I've got cannons. Or I was going to say tanks are able to fire across this, but no tanks. So I don't have to worry about that here. Maybe Terran was banned from this particular match on this map for that reason because, man, siege tanks firing across this without even having to have vision is super annoying. Gonks is sending an Overlord down this way, scouting it out. We're going to call this Terry the Overlord because it was the first Overlord from Gonks. Check out Terry the Overlord in the Falcon Paladin .store merch site. You can get a Terry the Overlord shirt. There's one with Terry the Overlord, the letters on it, and there's one without that, just Terry. We also have a Terry the Overlord mug if you're interested in that, which is also super cool stuff. We've got hoodies. We have hats. We've got all sorts of great stuff. So check it out, falconpaladin.store. Does Peter Pan want to kill? Well, Zerg player, if they don't defend well, it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with this. But 3 Sunkens behind, I like that. Okay, so 3 Sunkens. Zealots are like, we're going! It is go time. But look at these Zealots getting stuck. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, actually, positioning there. Only 1 Zealot at a time can come up this little narrow corridor. Is that what that is? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic job there from Gonks. Well played. 100% well played indeed. On the other side, second Nexus coming up here from Galeni. I do love seeing a second Nexus from Protoss players and second command centers from Terran too. Just allows you to get your economy up and running faster than if you're just making 1 probe at a time. Obviously, Zerg players are going to be making hatcheries anyway. So here comes Dragoons? Oh, look at this. You're getting cannoned. Ah! I don't know that Colonel COVID recognizes what's good. He does. He's coming back and he's like, wait, that's bad. And then we've got Zealot versus Zealot here. Defensive Zealots from TT versus offensive Zealots from Peter Pan. Yeah, just going to depower this. But look who's got a ton of Zealots up. Dude, Glenny. I was worried about you, Glenny, but you're doing fine. Look at that. Coming out, winning the Zealot battle. Not by a lot, mind you, but definitely winning the Zealot battle. Just having more Zealots than the opponent. Good job target firing that pylon, though. But another pylon comes up, and now there's a minor cannon contained here against Colonel COVID. Super annoying stuff. These guys working together, mingling together, defending the front door here of TT. Who's coming in? Peter Pan. Peter Pan's coming back to try to kill TT, but the combined forces of Glenny? I was going to say combined forces, but this is not assisting at all. Cannon's getting 3 shots off there on Peter Pan Zealots, but he's got more. If you like hearing Zealots die, this is the match for you. Come up. Okay, so he does. So Glenny comes up to assist his teammate. I think combined. Oh, again, pulling back to the cannons. I think he's trying to draw Zealots back to these cannons that he's got. But regardless, Peter Pan is retreating from the position here. So once again, Zerg players just kind of turtling. Nobody's sending any Lings out early, which is something they can do. Like, Ling pressure early can be really good in the hands of somebody who's good microing those Lings, but nothing we're seeing from the Zerg players here yet. Really just working into a lot of Hydras with some Ling support here for Gonks. He's got 31 workers, which is the most of anybody behind Karate Tiger, who's got 42 because he's the other Zerg player here today. Throwing up more and more macro hatches. He's got his own Hydralisk Den. He's really going to be tough to bust with Zealots here. Dragoons will do better for sure. Dragoon Zealot actually does pretty good in that situation. But Team Gonks, Glenny, and TT are kind of holding the middle here. And by that I mean there's some creep kind of in the middle here from Karate Tiger. But other than that, middle is being held here by these Protoss players. Without a doubt. Gonks is just kind of, he could bring his, join forces with the rest of your friends here. Let's hold the middle together. Let's throw up more cannons in the middle. Cannon in the middle is actually a super annoying thing to deal with. No matter what you're doing, you have to deal with cannons. I guess siege tanks will shut it down, but again, no siege tanks. I guess Guardians can shut it down, and, each team has a Zerg here, so Guardians are on the menu. That way. Who's going Sky Toss? That's always a good question to ask yourself when you're casting Protoss on a fastest map is, which one of these Protoss players is going to go for the Sky Toss? And so far, nobody. So far, everyone's a little bit worried about getting dropped, which is a big concern in fastest maps, so understandable that they're throwing up cannons here to deal with incoming drops, potentially spores even here to deal with DTs and deal with, I don't know, Reaver drops, High Templar drops as well. Lurkers are very good at helping deal with High Templar and Reaver drops. You drop like 12 or 13 Lurkers in here, and then they unload a High Templar, and the High Templar just dies. Like, you don't have enough time. Don't have enough time to do anything there. You don't have time to cast Storm whatsoever. So yeah, Hydra Lurker. It's like, come on in. We got Hydras and Lurkers here. The water's great, TT. And it's like, no. Oh, he's got drops already? Dude, Karate Tiger's got drops and Overlord speed. Let's go. Lurkers, okay, these Lurkers are all dead. Because they went out there and didn't quite burrow quite nicely there, but good reaction time from TT and from Gonks. Coming out of his home front here is Peter Pan. But there's okay, one of the Lurkers that popped out here actually is getting some work done. Doesn't have any kills, but is definitely doing some damage, which is good. But yeah, it's interesting. So they don't allow you to take bases that didn't have anybody spawn at them. All right, fastest map perfected indeed, I suppose. I still think tanks are really good here, but tanks are always good on fastest map, so whatever. Can't really do much about that, can you? No. Are we getting Storm yet? No. Peter Pan has got the Templar Archives, but not working on the Psionic Storm. I don't see any Psionic Storm actually in production here at all. There's a Hive on the way from Karate Tiger. This group of fighters is like, we're going to poke out. Too much Protoss. Too much Protoss in the middle there for sure. Robotics facility on the way from TT over here. Could lead into some Reaver stuff. Keep an eye on it. I mean, I don't know. I just like going Hydra Lurker in fastest maps. Going for drops. Like dropping a ton of Hydra Lurker on an enemy base can be really just murderous for them to deal with. And other than that, I don't know. I really should work on my Defiler play. I do play enough StarCraft that I should be good with the Defilers, but not really. Not really there. All right, it's just going to be observers. Observatory here from TT. He's not working on that robotics support bay at all. Look at this center hold, though. Man, I love it. 144 supply from TT. Dang. But 134, 113, and 128 for Peter Pan, Karate Tiger, and Colonel COVID. I don't know. Bit of a... Oh, I don't know about these attacks at all. Attacking into this seems real dicey unless you have some Storm for these Lurkers and these Hydras. But coming on in, Peter Pan trying to jump on this, but he's horribly outnumbered. And Team Gonks is in here with TT. This is a little bit less terrifying to go into if you don't have any Storm, I think. Ultraless Cavern on the way from Karate Tiger. Love a good Ultra play. And I don't know, can Peter Pan survive the onslaught? That's the larger question here today. Did we bring detection for the Lurkers? Not really, but Karate Tiger as an Overlord in the general neighborhood could bring it over and help. Okay, this is going real bad. These Lurkers, man. 4 kills, only 2 kills? Surprisingly low kill count there. Dude, bring the Overlord over. Meanwhile, another attack moving into Colonel COVID's base. It's just TT working on his own here. Nobody really assisting with that, but also that's because Dragoons are blocking most of this path. So it's just going to be, do we have upgrade advantage? +1 attack here from TT, +1 armor. From Colonel COVID. So, bit of a stalemate here, as we can see. Nobody's really moving in. Reinforcements popping out from Colonel COVID. He has a defender's advantage in this situation and this location. Loving to see that. Very good stuff. Meanwhile, nothing else is really going on. Is there any reinforcements coming in? Anybody going to try to help Colonel COVID? Karate Tiger, come help your teammate. Although he does, I don't know. He kind of seems to be holding it well for now. That's the question. Good snipe on the obs. Yes, beautiful snipe on the obs there by Karate Tiger. Bringing these Overlords along for detection in case there happen to be enemy Lurkers or DTs or something. Peter Pan decides it's his time to move out after completely holding the attack on himself earlier. Peter Pan and our guy Colonel COVID are very far away from each other, so helping each other out is difficult. You gotta wander in. Are these Lurkers gonna burrow eventually or what? Okay, they do burrow it eventually. Now, the problem here with the Lurkers in team games is the Lurker splash damage will hurt your allies. You can see this. He's taking Lurker spine damage. No, the Lurkers are in the worst position here. I've done this before. It's terrible. The Lurkers are killing your own stuff as well as the enemy. It's the Lurker splash that's doing it, not the direct damage. But the Lurker splash there, getting some work done. At the end, Peter Pan's able to kill all the Lurkers, but then TT comes out of his own base and says, you don't have enough. Ooh, little Dark Swarm Hydra up against these cannons. We got our first spell cast of the day from Karate Tiger. TT still has the biggest APM. He's slowed down to about 220, but it's still double that of anybody else in this game. So that TT has the most supply too. Actually, he has less supply than Peter Pan does. Intriguingly. Yeah, Cannon's getting free kills against these Dragoons. That's nice. All right, the Hydras came out to deal with, these Zealots came out to deal with the Hydras, but then Lurkers bust in. The Burrow guys, and there's the Burrow, and I don't think there's any detection here from Glenny. So it's just like, the Zealots are like, what are we doing wrong? Why are we feeling pain? And the answer is there's burrowed Lurkers here with no detection. Super problematic, Batman. Dead. Oh, Observer shows up. Lurker's gonna die, but I don't know. A 5-kill Lurker when you're dealing with Zealots is a pretty cost-efficient Lurker. That's 500 minerals he just took down, probably. That's probably what those 5 kills were. All right, well, center is held here by Glenny, Gonks, and TT. We're back to holding the center with that group. We've done a good job with it. I mean, I guess Gonks isn't really participating right now. What's he working on? Is he loading up? I hear some load ups. He is. He's loading some Hydras into these Overlords. He's moving out. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da dun. All right, the Hydras unload, not exactly on top of the Nexus because there's a million cannons here. Ooh, there's some High Templar rolling in. Is he bringing... Oh, no, the High Templar are dying without casting. Oh, he does get a Storm off. First Psionic Storm of the day. Very well placed. But there are so many Hydras here. Oh, the Storms are hot and heavy, though. +1 attack Hydras. Yep, got their numbers thinned out by yet another Storm and another Storm. And that is a pretty good hold from Peter Pan. On the other side, we've got, trying to hold the center here, TT. As Hydras bust on in, they did have some Dark Storm kind of protecting them, but not really. But 1-1 Hydras against 1-1 Dragoons are going to trade pretty well. But then the Zealots flanking from the top side here from Glenny. Going to try to shut that action down too. So everybody playing really well. I'm honestly pretty impressed with this whole thing. Everybody is keeping up. Nobody's significantly behind here. Colonel COVID is maxed out. TT is maxed out. Peter Pan is effectively maxed out. So we have some people that are maxed out and some people that aren't. But everybody's over 100 supply. And everybody's spending their money pretty well. Nobody has 10,000 resources just sitting in the bank yet. Gonks is flirting with that number, but he's not quite there yet. So yeah, I mean, Zerg player here, Karate Tiger, he knows how to defend, man. He's got Lurkers, he's got Dark Swarm. Busting into that without any Reaver or Psionic Storm support is virtually impossible. Especially with the Sunk... Oh, I don't know, the Sunken actually makes the Zealots impervious. Sorry, the Dark Swarm makes the Zealots impervious to the Sunken attacks. So that's actually not ideal. But here comes Peter Pan. He's like, well, I'm maxed out. It's time to go kill some stuff. I'm trying to make some good trades and then remax and do it again. That's what Fastest Map is all about. He's got 1-1-1 upgrades, which I love a player that goes for 1-1-1 upgrades right off the bat. It's a player who understands the importance of upgrades. And you're in Fastest Map. You can afford the shield upgrade however you want. We got TT flanking on the left side here from the bottom side. Galenny's joining the party too. Some High Templar Peter Pan are casting some storms against the enemy Dragoons, which is nice. But he's trying to solo this, and he's getting wrecked. But from the backside, Colonel COVID kind of trying to join the party. Here comes Gonks as well, though, and Peter Pan just gets overwhelmed. Karate Master, or Tiger, sorry, trying to bust out and help. No, doesn't happen. And Colonel COVID doesn't have enough to stop this either. I kind of feel like some kind of an attack into Peter Pan's base would be really effective with all the combined forces here of Glenny, Gonks, and TT, but maybe they're heading down for Colonel COVID instead. Oh, but look who's got the Reavers. The slugs are out, man. Reaver's so good in Fastest Map because there's so many units and they're always so clumped up. He's even working on Reaver capacity. Love that upgrade. Yeah, this has been a bloodbath. Oh, we got our first stasis. There's an Arbiter out from Colonel COVID too, but it just died thanks to enemy Dragoon fire with 2-1-2 upgrades on those dudes. Dude, Reavers sitting back here are just gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to bust this with just Dragoons and especially just Zealots, but okay. Still trying to make this work. Reaver shots, bam, all the Zealots are dead. Now we're gonna start focusing on these Dragoons. They're focusing on the Reavers and they kill one, but at the cost of every one of their Dragoons. So I don't know, was that a good trade? Perhaps it was not. Karate Tiger again, just kind of poking out into the center here in conjunction with Peter Pan. So good, I hope everyone's on Discord. You're communicating over Discord, or maybe you're typing in messages I can't see here on the replay. Either way, yeah, coordinated attacks in team games, just they make me so happy. Love to see a good coordinated attack. If that was an accident, that's also pretty cool. Dude, the storms, though. It's a 15-kill High Templar. That's a 6-kill High Templar from Peter Pan 1000. Actually, it makes it sound like the Terminator. The Peter Pan 1000. I will destroy you. He's a robot of some kind. Mind control's on the way. Oh, Glenny. Glenny is going for some mind control shenanigans. Queen's coming in from Gonks. Maybe he's trying to spawn Broodling the High Templar. Not a bad use here. I could see that working in this game. Absolutely. Love to see the spell casting from these players. This is absolutely a bloodbath on all sides. The number of units killed in this game is going to be through the roof. I like how Gonks still has an Overlord sitting in here, and I'm not sure that Colonel COVID is... He can see it, but I'm not sure if he's got it on his screen right now. The Lings are out against the Dragoons, though. Beautiful stuff from Gonks here. He's going for Mutalists as well. Oh, he is Guardianing. But look who's got Scouts. It's Peter Pan with the Scouts. And the Mutas and Hiders will eat these Scouts, no problem. But the Storm's problematic. That's the one. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so, yep, Guardians. A lot of them died there, but a lot of them are very, very injured. But hey. We'll continue the attack, Guardians. You can do it. Spawn Broodling these... I mean, you don't have the energy for it, but Spawn Broodling these High Templar would be sick. Oh my gosh, more Guardians dying. Ooh, an offensive attack here from Colonel COVID for the first time today, I think. He's trying to walk into TT's base, but he's just going to get overwhelmed. This is not the attack you're looking for. Move along. Even Glenny gets in on the defense there. He's like, don't attack my friend TT. You jerk. Guardians kind of pre-splitting here. Beautiful play from Gonks. Gons. Keep calling him Gonk, but it's Gons. That's hard. That's hard for me to say as an American, but you know. Doing my best, doing my best, I best? That's right. That's a spoonerism. The Reavers, as long as they're not taking direct hits, Reavers are really good. Ooh, more Guardians from Karate Tiger. I said we'd see Guardians today. Well, I said we might see Guardians today. But, dude, these Reavers are putting in some work right now. Ugh. Dude, again, splash damage from Reavers also affects your teammates. Dude, these clumped up Guardians are just asking to get obliterated. Somehow, Guardians, why are you so slow? They're a little faster with a little better acceleration. They could dodge storms a tiny bit. Oof. Ah, here we go. Dragoons are getting met with Adrenalings, I think. No, I don't know if they are, actually. Hold on a second. Production tab says... Don't know. They got +2 attack, which is awesome. God, more storms on this ramp. It's not a ramp, it's a... choke? Sure, it's just a choke. Guardians pulling back. I don't know. Why are they pulling back? I guess maybe... No, I'm doing all right. You're going to make an attack on Peter Pan instead? It's like maybe Peter Pan's storms aren't as good. His are pretty good, though. Dude, both... There's so much Protoss Storm going down. It's disgusting. No. Peter Pan's on his team. I forget that they're neighbors and they're friends. Maybe going after Gonsk. Gonsk here. I'm really trying with this name. Feels Polish to me. Don't do well with Polish. Spanish, French. Can handle that stuff. Romance languages, you know? Not so much on the Polish side of things, but I'm doing my best. Carrier production has begun from Colonel COVID. Gamete Meiosis on the way from Gonsk. Love that. One carrier at a time, though, from Colonel COVID. I don't know. That's how that usually works. Maybe he accidentally made a carrier. Maybe it was supposed to be an Arbiter. Yeah, these Guardians are like, we would go in, but there are Mutalisks out, and we don't have anything that shoots up here at all. So we're going to donate these Guardians to the cause. There's even Devourers out from Gonsk 2. And this attack is just never ending. Both players throwing down Psionic Storms. Both players, Zealots, Dragoons. So much Protoss blood seeping into the ground here. Glenny's moving up to the center of the map to see what he can do. Maybe he can support the Guardians against the Mutas and the Devourers. Oh, the Queens are... He's spawn broodling on Lurkers. Okay, that's a pretty good target. Lurkers are really expensive, high-value targets. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I support it. I mean, I would probably prefer that we see it used against High Templar. But, you know, again, I'm okay with the Lurker being spawn broodlinged. Dude, he is... TT is just like, I am coming in here 1 inch at a time. Eventually, I shall destroy you, Colonel COVID. Sounds like an anime character named Colonel COVID. Karate Tiger. Trying to deal with these Dragoons. They don't trade very well with Dragoons if they're taking Dragoon hits. They should be back a little bit, and then the Dragoons couldn't hit them at all, but... You know, there's a lot going on right now. These Guardians are attacking north. All of his Lurkers died to spawn Broodling and some Mutalisks. Very terrible stuff for Karate Tiger. Uh-oh. TT's making some progress down this way. He is, he's pushing. He's pushing hard. No real other engagements are happening here. If I'm Colonel COVID, I'm calling for help from Karate Tiger. And look what he's doing. He's moving out. He's moving into the middle. He's got a bunch of Devourers that are taking massive hits from Dragoons with 333 upgrades. So, yeah, they're exploding real good. Devourer death sounds are very unique, and you're going to hear some of them here today, too. Yo! This is amazing. Got Peter Pan cruising out with a couple Arbiters. Maybe he's going to try to stasis these Dragoons, or maybe bring a recall in to try to help his guy down here, Colonel COVID, as well. But, I mean, there's so many Dragoons. That Arbiter just gets wiped out. This one comes into safety and then tosses down us. Nope, dies. Okay, that was not great. Gonzik's here, too. I mean, this is the death of Colonel COVID. He's down to 37 total supply. He's got 26 probes. He is not a happy camper here right now whatsoever. Just getting absolutely brute force removed from the map here. Who's Karate Tiger? Help! Karate Tiger silent. There is no help from Karate Tiger Corner. The only assistance here for Colonel COVID is that these Dragoons and these Lings aren't actually attacking him, so he's got a bit of a reprieve here. On the other side, Glenny decides that Peter Pan possibly needs to die. Did he bring observers this time? Oh, he did. He killed those lurkers. Yeah, Gonzik. He's got an overlord over here this time, so that's really useful. But yeah, our guy, Colonel COVID. That's right. It is taps. It is the very sad song played when somebody dies. Karate Tiger. Okay, now he's like, all right, look, I got to kill somebody because Colonel COVID is going down. So we're going to, recalling in some stuff here is Peter Pan. I like to see that a lot. Yeah, Karate Tiger puts a hurt there on Peter Pan. And then recalling in some Dragoons cloaked. So the Guardians can't even defend here. This is so chaotic. At the end of the day, there's not a lot of Dragoons killing Colonel COVID. He might be able to come back, but probably not. Glenny here with a million gateways. Just is pumping out 3/3/3 Dragoons like there's no tomorrow. Stasising the Dragoons here. Good storm on that drone line. Oh, Gonzik is actually at 14 drones now. Not good. He's got barely more than Colonel COVID does. This might be Gonzik and Colonel COVID dying at virtually the same time. These Dragoons are getting hit by these cannons that are... They're not necessarily protecting buildings because the buildings are all dead, but they're protecting against drops, which aren't, I mean... Probably not a concern anymore. Glenny. Glenny's got his own Zerg army. Okay, so Glenny's at 209 supply. He's going to start pumping, I don't know, Hydras? Is he going to try to make a bunch of Guardians? What's the play here? Duty Nidist! Oh, that's so cool! Karate Tiger Nidist Gonzik's base! And brought some Hydras over here. Oh, that's so rad. And then he brings his own Guardians over here, too. And, yeah. Why were they not attacking earlier? I don't know what's going on. This is very strange. But anyway, we got big old Dragoon versus Hydra army here. The powers that be, who are Glenny and our guy, TT, coming up to try to save their teammate here, Gonzik. There's a lot of Guardians and a lot of Hydras, and I'm not sure you brought much High Templar play. That High Templar has enough energy for several storms, but is not using it because I don't know. I think he's busy microing down here. He's waging terrible battle against Glenny with his 3/3/2 upgrades versus 3/3/3 upgrades. So Peter Pan should be able to win this engagement with sheer upgrade powers alone. Bam! Main hive goes down. Drones dying all over the place for Gonzik. Gonzik's dead. Somehow Colonel COVID is technically still alive, although not mining anything, and doesn't have enough money to rebuild a new Nexus. So yeah, he's out. He's totally out. Gonzik has enough money to rebuild a new hatchery because he's got 22,000 minerals in the bank, so he should be able to come back. I don't know if maybe he wants to build over here. Maybe get a tiny bit of protection. Maybe building down here. Sometimes we see that. Zerg players building inside Protoss bases, although there's not a lot of room for that. But, dude, Karate Tiger is just absolutely taking it to Gonzik here. Just woof. Yeah, he's got to retreat with his own Guardians because there are enough Hydras to absolutely ruin them. They got acid spores on him, increasing the damage taken here, too. Never good at all. And someone gonna... I don't know if he's going to get out. Gonzik, you got 3 drones. Where are your drones? Gonzik, or did you hide them in Overlords? Are they trying to harvest gas through all of this chaos? Because they should be dead if that's happening. I gotta find them. Another scout out from Peter Pan, but there's enemy Dragoons pushing in, so that's not happening. Not at all. The death of Gonzik has been slow, just like the death of Colonel COVID has been slow. Whoa! Whoa. Where'd he get enough? Oh, he's mining. From what? Oh, he's got a Nexus down here. I'm so blind. Okay. Colonel COVID. He's got a Nexus down here. He's building another one up here. He's got income. He's not dead. He's only at 19 supply, which is bad. but he's not dead, and given enough time, he can make a comeback. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the efforts here from Glenny. Glenny trying to save Gonzik, but Gonzik is dead. Gonzik, I don't know if his drones are in Overlords. Oh, no, he's down to 0 drones. Okay. Gonzik is dead. He doesn't have any more larvae. He doesn't have any more hatchery. Speaking too soon. He is building a hatchery up here with his final drone. He's rebuilding. Okay, so I've been calling people dead way too early in this game. Gonzik and Colonel COVID are not dead. They're just close. They're on life support. Got a recall in... Oh, did I miss a massive storm here? I definitely did. Okay. So TT recalled in here, stormed all of Karate Tiger's income, man. Knocked him down to 10 total drones. 10. He's got 17,000 minerals in the make and 20,000 gas, so he should be able to survive for a while on that. Uh-oh. Look what Peter Pan found. The secret base of Glenny with his unupgraded slowlings. He's got a lair. He's getting a spire. Glenny, he's up to 336 supply. The mind control is always sick. In fastest maps, Peter Pan making a concerted effort to take down TT. With the support of a Guardian that gets way too close to the battle before firing and gets killed immediately. Darn it, Guardians. Why is your AI so bad? So Glenny and his powerful 0 upgraded Zerglings are just getting mauled to death by 3-3 Hydras. Like, Lings are good against Hydras, but not when the Hydra's at 3-3 and the Lings are 0-0. Although, with the assistance of TT here, the Lings actually look like they are participating a tiny bit, so that's good. Gonzik makes a drone. Make another hatchery, man. You need more larva production. Yes. 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 Okay. Good. Colonel COVID. What can he build? He's got 2 gateways. And a Stargate. The engagement in the middle is insane. Glenny's kind of getting pushed into attacking Karate Tiger, which has not gone well for anybody today. But maybe this time it'll work. Engagement in the middle. Peter Pan swinging on down. But TT and Glenny only have eyes for Karate Tiger because they know he's down. They know he's down to 100 supply instead of 200 supply. He just made a ton of drones instead of spending that larva on things like Hydras and, you know, Mutas to turn into Guardians. So is that going to work is the question of the day. The push-in's going pretty well. There are no lurkers at the choke anymore. There are some Sunkens, but Sunkens lose their effectiveness over time. The Hydra is trying to defend this thing. Good Dark Swarm. Beautiful Dark Swarm, actually. And Peter Pan on the backside, distracting as well. Dude. I don't know. This is a very close game. Both Colonel COVID and Gonzik are basically dead, but that means that the other 2 players involved are still kicking it. Just kind of turned into a 2v2 temporarily. We'll see if Gonzik can win this thing or not. Dude, the Dragoons need to get out of fighting this Dark Swarm. That needs to be priority number 1. Look, we just made a ton of Mutalisks, though. Dude, Glenny's at 360 supply. Is he going to go Greater Spire is the question here. Maybe. We'll keep an eye on that production tab for Glenny. He's making Overlords anyway. Yeah, Peter Pan coming in from the top side with his 333 Dragoons. But reinforcements continue pouring in from Glenny and continue showing up from TT here. And Storms are good against these Hydras, but I think all the High Templar here for Team Protoss are gone. And so Karate Tiger is able to come in on his own 2 feet with these fully upgraded Hydras and not have to worry about Storm for the next at least 10 seconds. But you never know. High Templar are sneaky. They can come out of the craziest places. Are we not even producing? I don't think anyone's even producing High Templar right now. So you're good, Hydras. You don't have to worry about getting Stormed, but you do have to worry about dealing with 3-3. Woof. 3-3 Dragoons here going nuts. And that's the thing about fastest map, is sometimes it gets to the point where 3-3 Dragoons just kind of murder everything, no matter what you're doing against them. If you have enough of them, it seems like they're just really hard to take down. Glenny assist. Oh, more Dark Swarm. More Dark Swarm. How about you walk up this way? I don't know. How many Defilers are there? There's this one. There's one Defiler here. Feels like he's pretty easily snipeable if I had to guess. Peter Pan says, hey, Gonzik. What's up, man? I see you're trying to come back. I'm going to recall on your face. Yes. Okay. And he sees that Gonzik isn't dead. He sees a lot of unupgraded Mutalisks, but that's a lot of unupgraded Mutalisks. And at a certain point, even if you don't have upgrades, you just outnumber the crap out of your opponent. And, oh, but there's 250 energy in the High Templar. 3 storms! Get the 3 storm! What are you doing? No! Peter Pan's worried about defending because this is happening over here. But, dude, this High Templar getting a a full energy High Templar with 250 energy gets nothing. Nothing, and you'll like it. No storms cast at all. I don't think it would have been enough to, like, save this drop, but that represents a lot of dead Zerg. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. I mean, this game is so close. The fact that Glenny's at 400 available supply is a big problem for Team Peter Pan, Karate, and Colonel COVID. Yeah, I mean, TT's playing real well. Glenny's playing real well. Gonzik being dead is a problem. But eventually, a 400 supply army, in addition to what TT is doing, is probably just going to be enough to overwhelm Peter Pan here. Just a thought. Dude, this Darkstorm Lurker stuff is going so well today for Karate Tiger. It's like the most effective thing in the game. Bringing Zealots in there is good. Dude, these guys have enough energy. Do not have enough energy for a storm. I take it back. Not enough energy for a storm. All right, Peter Pan holding this attack, largely thanks to Karate Tiger, kind of just sucking the enemies into this Lurker death pit. Lurker's got 16 kills. 13 kills. But, oh, now the enemy Lurkers are involved. All the splash damage is killing each other. That's funny. Archon's coming into the mix. We're not just going pure Dragoon anymore. Dude, Peter Pan comes down to start getting into the action. He's like, well, I defended properly. So let's come out and actually be on the warpath now. Woof. Okay, so Hive is done. Greater Spire is on the way from Glenny here. Glenny has enough money to do a lot. Only 2,000 gas, though, which is, not a ton of gas. And actually hasn't taken all the gas available to him. Oh, look at this terrible pathing we're getting on some of this. What on earth? Oh, I wonder if these cannons are messing up the assimilator pathing there. Maybe. Meanwhile, more death, more destruction. Peter Pan holding on, dude. He's got 21,000 minerals and 27,000 gas. He could be maxed out forever. He's making 19 Dragoons at a time. He's making High Templar here, too. These Lings still don't have any up. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, these are Lings of Gonzik. Gonzik's back in the game. Hey, I saw Zerg and my brain was like, well, that's Glenny. No, it's Gonzik. Gonzik is back with fully upgraded Hydras, fully upgraded Zerglings. Your Dragoons are no match, but then the storm comes in, and that's problematic. These are Glenny's unupgraded Lings. They are dying very, very quickly. My gosh, this has been absolutely, utterly, completely non-stop right now. Peter Pan holding. I mean, how many times have I said that today? Peter Pan has been under attack, but he holds. He holds. Yeah, Gonzik Lings are good Lings. Glenny Lings, not the greatest Lings. But you know what? 220 supply of stuff is better than 200 supply. Is that true? I don't know. Anyway, Gonzik's in here. The pressure on Peter Pan is intense. Look at Colonel COVID coming back from the absolute dead. Look at Glenny being like, wait, what happened? How did he get up a giant carrier fleet? What's going on? Why is Colonel COVID not? Because you didn't kill him. I don't know. Was it a friend thing? Did you spare him out of a sense of love? I mean, not that carriers are good against Dragoons or anything, but, you know, they can wander in here and snipe off your main Nexus and your secondary Nexus, too, if they focus it, and that is what's happening. Storms, not really dodging them well, but carriers are big and chunky, and it's hard for them to do that. Carriers here do have +2 attack. Okay. Dude, TT just got double Nexus sniped by Colonel COVID, who was dead. I'm just throwing that out there. He was dead. And all the carriers died for that Nexus snipe. I don't know if that was worth, because now Glenny is back. And TT is still here. And Colonel COVID might actually die for real this time. I love that Glenny is sending in these terrible lings to try to do this. I mean, I don't know. Even unupgraded lings are pretty good against cannons, but it's not when they have +2 plasma shields. Seems dicey, but hey, for cannon fodder, so the Dragoons can actually get work done, not bad. Peter Pan, for the first time today, is attacking into Glenny's base, as a ton of Guardians from Karate Tiger are continuing to eat away at this side of Glenny's position. Dude, I don't know. Again, I called the death of Colonel COVID like 20 minutes ago, and now he's back from the absolute dead. Gonzik, too. He's at 80 supply. Can Glenny hold this? Oh, snap. Peter Pan's down here, too? Karate Tiger's bringing in some Hydras. Uh-oh. Glenny's getting eaten from the top down here. It's like a giant ice cream cone. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, Colonel COVID, carriers are not going to help against fully upgraded Dragoons. I'm sorry. There's a reason why we don't do carriers in PvP ever, and that's because Dragoons are very good against them. Also, Stasis is really good against them. Scouts is really good against carriers. There's just way too many answers to carriers from Protoss. Ironically. But dude, Glenny, he went from having 250 supplies down to 150. He's losing battles. He's taking losses here. He could still survive as a Zerg player for a while, I guess. He's working on upgrades for his Hydras and his Lings too, so we gotta appreciate that. And once again, this attempt to kill Colonel COVID just kind of loses steam because there's another thing to worry about. Storm trying to kill all of these Guardians. Glenny's in here, TT's in here. And actually, you know what? The help from the teammates, keeping Glenny alive. Dude, this is such good teamwork today. Everybody's working together like a boss. Peter Pan goes for another recall. Right into Gonzik's new territory. These Dragoons are just killing interceptors and killing probes, and Colonel COVID's at 43 drones, surprisingly well. Surprisingly decent count here. And dude, somehow all of these probes are alive from Glenny. Okay, 33. But still, he's got a... Does he have any guys up here? Is it just pure production? I think it is. This recall gets wiped out. This has been a non-stop 3v3, man. Peter Pan says the answer to everything in life is Dragoons. I guess we'll bring some Zealots, too. Yeah, Glenny's Hydras, +1 armor. I don't think they have any other upgrades at all. It'd be cool if they did. Once again, can these cannons keep Colonel COVID alive for the rest of all time? The answer is, I don't know. Beats me. But I'm trying to pick a winner here. I just think Peter Pan's had a fantastic game, but so has TT overall. Both those players have kind of been MVPs. Staying alive, never really taking much damage to their bases, assisting teammates when they needed help, mounting offenses on the enemy here too. But the teamwork of Glenny and TT has been something to behold. Everywhere that Glenny goes, TB goes, and vice versa. Okay, good. Beautiful storms there. Yeah, I think there's more stuff here from Glenny and TT, but they don't have any storms, and as a result, they're all weakened up. But the Zealots were allowed to get on top of these Dragoons from Peter Pan, so that's not working. Once again, Mutas. Oh, 2-2 upgrades on the Mutas. Gonzik's been working on air upgrades for his... or actually, that's Gonzik. I'm an idiot. Gonzik has upgrades for his Mutas. Not a big surprise, actually. This is a 44-minute game. Woo! Who's fallen? Who's faltering? Just Colonel COVID and Gonzik, man. Like, those two players are struggling to come back from the brink of death. Dude, Colonel COVID survives another very concerted effort on his life. He's like Fidel Castro, man. Fidel Castro survived something like 60 different attempts on his life by the CIA. Survived all of them. What an absolute Chad for that. I mean, he's a dictator. Not super into that side of things, but like, man, an organization tries to, like, an entire organization, the CIA of the United States tries to kill you that many times, and you dodge it every time? Crazy. Okay. Karate Tiger is back. It's like, I got distracted from killing you earlier, Glenny. We're going to actually do it this time, and this time Glenny and TB can't stop you, or this time TB can't stop you, and I guess you can't stop us either with your own stuff. Glenny, who's at 100, he's kind of faltering. 120 supply here. Karate Tiger and Peter Pan holding relatively strong on the overall supply count. And Glenny is really the linchpin here. If Glenny dies, he's building up here though too. That's smart. Once again, the attack on Glenny fails because of the support of TB and Gonzik. Dude, this is some of the best teamwork. This is one of... no wonder y'all sent this one in. This is a fantastic 3v3. The death, the destruction, the carnage has been non-stop for 45 minutes here. Peter Pan pushing into TB with the support of a maxed out Karate Tiger, sort of. Actually, he's not helping at all. And in fact, he's getting flanked by the mostly unupgraded lings of Glenny at this point in the game. It looks like Colonel COVID wants to expand down here. Scouted out by his team, Karate Tiger. Yeah, man. Muta's fighting. Muta Ling here, not bad against this Dragoon stuff. It really isn't. Especially the Lings are awesome. Colonel COVID going back into carrier production. Not sure if that's the right thing to do, but you know what? He believes in the power of the carrier, so who am I to say? Gonzik pushing Karate Tiger back a little bit. Look who went Ultralisks. Guess who's got Mutas? I mean, Mutas don't kill Ultras fast, but Ultras can't defend themselves at all, so it's a fair trade, I think. It really gives Mutas a major edge in that situation. Peter Pan faltering a bit. Karate Tiger faltering a bit. Karate Tiger's production tab is empty, which is concerning. I wonder if he's getting a little bit tired here. He hasn't moved out. Okay, now he's moving out with these Hydras. Bringing these Ultras out would be good. I'm not going to say no to that. Oh, he did it. He did the Dark Swarm attacks with his own Ultras down here attacking Glenny. So the cannons are useless. Again, it's really... did he just consume an Ultralisk or an Overlord there? I hope it was an Overlord. I'm pretty sure it was an Overlord, but I caught that out of the corner of my eye. Yo! If that was an Ultra, that's the first time I've seen an Ultralisk consumed ever. Dude, bring in... he is consuming Overlords. Okay. Dude, another Dark Storm over here on these cannons would be sick. Really good. Dude, you keep losing. All right, well, that works too. The Ultras are dying just to like 47 cannon shots all at the same time. On the other side, Gonzik tries to sneak in here with Ling Muta against a bunch of fully upgraded Hydras, and it's just like, not working out. Again, Mass Hydra can do very well against Mutas and vice versa. But I don't know. Stasis kind of ended that fight before we got there, right? This Defiler just needs to be throwing down Dark Swarms everywhere. Like all of the Dark Swarms known to Zerg kind here. Peter Pan continuing to push out and push down. I keep looking at the situation, the game situation here, and I just think Glenny effectively losing all of his income is bad long term here. Gonzik continuing to struggle to get to 100 supply is bad too, and TT can't cover forever. Like, TT's very good, but TT can't hold for the rest of time, you know? I'm not sure even this Hydra is protected by the Dark Swarm. Now he is. Maybe. But good. Okay. Dark Swarms against these cannons. No match. Cannons useless. Excellent. Glenny's back to try to kill Colonel COVID. Dude, Colonel COVID gets the La Cucaracha award for this game for cockroaching his way through this thing. He's been killed so much. They keep stepping on him and he keeps living. It is the cockroach. It's what they do. And it's what our guy, Colonel COVID, has done here today. And whoa, TT taps out. What? What happened? I guess Glenny losing his entire base was enough for TT to be like, peace? Gonzik's like, well, if TT's gone, I'm gone too. Glenny calls it well played. Congratulating his enemy Yeah, I guess all of Glenny's production up here got discovered too. So, yeah, if Glenny's dead and Gonzik can't quite get back up to where he needs to be, TT can't do it on his own. Karate Tiger says, Action Jackson. Okay, real quick, I just want to check on that GG timing. Because I don't think TT got, like, Reaver dropped or Storm dropped or anything. I'm pretty sure? Because that's sometimes somebody unexpectedly GGs, and it's because they got Storm dropped and lost all of their workers, and then they're like, whatever. I'm out. But I don't know, dude. This rewind in BattleNet is not good. It doesn't even tell you where you are. Okay, so Gonzik's base is newly dead, so we're like at the 30-minute mark. So we're working. We can hear death sounds. I can't scroll at all, but we can hear a lot of death. Mutalisks. Mutas are here from Glenny. Dragoons are here from Glenny. Oh, and then Glenny builds some... Okay, so that's it. So we go play. And we look at TT. He's maxed out. He's got about 52 workers, which is good. Keeps making probes. Putting them on minerals is probably your best bet here. Yeah, because he lost his main nexus, so we had to rebuild up here. That's right. Super annoying. Oh, I don't think I even mentioned that. Oh, the spawn locations have the 2 minerals too, so you can set up 2 sets of workers on either one. That's amazing. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, but Glenny getting knocked out of the game. Glenny able to make not really upgraded Zerglings and not really upgraded Hydras was not going to be enough in the long term here. So I think TT's just like, well... Yeah, I mean, if Glenny's out and Gonzik's out, I don't really want to fight Karate Tiger and Peter Pan by myself. And Colonel COVID's back up to 178 supply with 332 carriers, man. I think Glenny kind of scouting this out and recognizing that Colonel COVID wasn't dead, and Karate Tiger and Peter Pan are far from dead. They're incredibly healthy. Yeah, I think he just took stock of the situation and just GG'd out. He's like, yeah, Glenny is not going to be able to do anything here. Gonzik's not going to be able to do anything as much as I need him to do here. He just keeps running his lings into just superior armies, so that's not going to go well for us in the long run. Gonzik taps out. He's down to, like, I don't know, 30-something, 40-something supply. And then Glenny with the good manner. Love that. Peter Pan, too, throws out the GG. Peter Pan had a great game. Karate Tiger, good game, too. Nice. So, then Action Jackson. I don't know what the Action Jackson comment is exactly, but... awesome stuff. Like, really good. And what's kind of neat about these sort of lower level fastest map games is that you don't have the drops. Like, there was that one recall where you did get storm drops here. Karate Tiger did. And that was from our guy TT. He wandered over here and did that. But other than that, I don't know if there were major attacks on worker counts. I guess there was some storming going on during a regular attack down here on Glenny. And I think Gons took a storm too during a recall from Peter Pan. But other than that, there weren't that many. So people weren't having to rebuild their economies constantly, which is a lot of what fastest map is. It's like you're just going to get storm dropped 16 times at the professional level, you know? But here, it just allows for a ton of macro, a ton of production, and just kind of face smashing at each other all day until eventually you wear down Glenny and you get the win, you know? But Peter Pan and Karate Tiger are definitely MVPs of this match. Stayed alive, helped defend their teammates as much as they could, and just really never flagged, never wavered, I don't think. Great Dark Swarm play. A little bit of Plague from Karate Tiger would have been cool, but I really can't complain about that. Peter Pan using Storm excellently. Upgrades were fantastic, getting some recalls in. And again, he was the one that really slowed down our guy Gonzik and made him eventually just kind of be a shell of himself, you know? So GG, end of the day, total point winner is actually TT, despite the fact that he's on the losing team, 103,000 points for him. Second place, Peter Pan with 98 and Karate Tiger with 95. Tracks. Units killed today is 1,333 by TT, 1,564 by Peter Pan. Holy crap, 1,205 by Karate Tiger. I mean, that's a lot of dead. I told you, the units lost tab was going to have a lot of dead stuff here. Buildings raises a whole lot, too, for a fastest map. And then outspending everybody, Peter Pan. Right behind him is Karate Tiger, too. So, yeah, Peter Pan and Karate Tiger macroing better than anybody. Together, they were enough to defeat the other team. Great game from TT. Fantastic game. Colonel COVID. Dude, La Cucaracha for sure. One of the best examples of cockroaching it as I've ever seen in a fastest map. I mean, it's easier to cockroach in fastest map as compared to like a 1v1 especially, or even a team game. But it's still impressive, man. A lot of people lose most of their base, and they just like tap out. You know, they're just like, meh. I'm done. No, not Colonel COVID. He was like, I'm back. I am back, baby. All right, so excellent stuff there. Just really, really impressive play from everybody. That was a lot of fun to cast. Thanks for sending it in. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.